how can you charge 10 times more than whatever other software engineers are charging? No matter if you're working as a software engineer, or if you're building your business, or you already built your business, or you want to build some agency, consulting, whatever. I'm going to explain how you can do this in this video, and this is exactly what I'm doing with my services, and I'm talking to many people, tech founders, software engineers who are actually like making good amount of money, which seems sometimes like kind of incredible to me, especially if I'm talking about myself in the past, who was working as a software engineer in a 9-to-5, and I saw that those money are kind of crazy. And I was also making some crazy money while I was a software engineer, but those money are even crazier than what I was considered to be, for me to be crazy. And what I want to explain is how exactly you can go from actually like making 1x to 10x. How can you actually grow this? And what is actually the variables that is allowing you to change this pattern? So first of all, we need to understand that we can charge any amount of money for our services, no matter what we do. If you're working in a company as an employee, if we're working a 9-to-5, we can charge more if we understand that we are able to provide more value. Or we can build a business and we can provide more value to multiple clients at the same time. And this is how we can also make more money. I know agency owners who are making $100,000 a month. And this is also like what I wanted to explain in this video, because what is considered to be a good salary for a software engineer? Like 100K a year, 200K a year, 300, 400, 500K a year? Yeah, but there are people who are making 100K per month, which is like 1.2 mil a year. This is like much more than whatever like an average software engineer could be making. And I know there are software engineers who are making below 100K per year, but there are people who are making 100K per month. So what is the difference between all those people? And the idea is simple. Those people who are charging more, they're allowing themselves to charge more. They understood that there are people who are willing to pay for their values that they're providing. And they started charging this amount of money. But let me give you more like tactical actual tips that you can utilize. So first of all, you need to build confidence, because you're not becoming confident after you already sold it. Because imagine you're passing an interview as a software engineer. This is what was happening to you for sure. And whenever you were at those interview stages, maybe you weren't really confident, but sometimes whenever you were answering some questions on the interview, maybe you were thinking like, do I actually deserve this job? What if they will think that I'm lying to them? What if I'm actually like lying? And maybe you were like a little bit lying. I was a little bit lying. But whenever you go to this job and you were actually like hired by some company and you start working, you realize that there were nothing hard. It was manageable. Even if you wouldn't know answers to those questions on the interview, you could still be doing this. So what you should understand is those things that you could be paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars for per month, you basically do have enough value. If you believe that you do have enough value to provide for this amount of money, then you will actually have this value to provide. I know it sounds kind of not very realistic, but this is what you should understand, because if you believe that you can get a job, then you will get a job. And you need to basically show this confidence, no matter what exactly you're doing. If you are working with clients, if you're providing them some agency services, coaching services, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. Even in this video right now, I'm telling to you all this information, and because of that, I start feeling much more confident myself about my services, about the information that I'm providing, because this is improving my confidence. Even if I don't have like too many clients, if I actually talk about this to clients, if I run sales calls, even if I didn't get any sales, I will still be able to improve my confidence, because this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it confidently. And what I'm trying to say to you throughout this entire video is that you don't need to build your confidence like first. I mean, it will not be built by you just waiting for it to be built. You should be actually making some actions, and this confidence will come. Because whenever you're actually trying to sell this, whenever you're going through interviews, you'll actually see, not interviews, like whenever you're going through sales calls with clients, because this is how you actually get paid more. If you actually believe that you can go through sales calls, if you actually can provide enough value on some sales calls, then this is what will happen. Because for those who don't believe that, for those who think that they can just go and work in 9 to 5, just pass interviews as software engineers and work for like 200k max per year, then this is exactly what will happen. But if you believe that you can actually provide more value, this is what you will be believing, and after you believe this, you will be also making some additional actions towards this. And this is exactly what's happening in my sales calls. The more I talk about the services that I'm providing, the more I actually start believing this myself. And the better part is that my prospects also believe myself more. And it may sound like a scam or something, like because you're believing that you may charge some good amount of money for the work that you are kind of not even sure that you can provide or not. But if we're coming back to my initial point with software engineering, whenever you get to this job and you start working there, you realize that there is nothing crazy. You could be doing all of this even if you were just a beginner, like junior software engineer, whatever. And all of this is possible. So the idea is kind of the same here. And the reason why you got the software engineering job is because initially you started to believe in yourself and that you are actually able to get this job. If you deserve this job, if you're confident enough for this job, and you were transferring this confidence to the interviewer, and this is exactly how you actually got this job. And the same idea is here, is that once you are developing this confidence, once you're showing this confidence to others, when you're doing actions which are improving your mindset, basically, because there is two basically parts. First one is mindset. This is like affirmations, when you're like telling to yourself that everything is like good, you're confident, you're able to actually get this stuff because it's actually working. But I'm not going to teach you how to do this. You can go and do this yourself, and you probably know how to do this. And the second thing is actually like your reality. And the best part is that those are working together. So whenever you're doing affirmations and you're actually doing some actions in the real life to actually support those affirmations, then it comes back to your affirmations, and those affirmations are becoming more powerful, and you start believing them even more. So it goes like this, like in an open loop, indefinitely. The longer you are making those actions, the better you will be believing in those affirmations, and at some point it will achieve your reality, and you will be able to move this affirmation and put it like on a level higher. Like instead of 100k per month, you'll be like saying, okay, I can do 200k per month, or I'm able to provide those services to my clients and they're happy with whatever I'm doing. Definitely it will not be like this, but it will take a while. And two parts: believe in yourself. Second part is actually doing the actions that are supporting you, because if you will just believe, nothing is going to happen. But whenever you're actually like telling to others, telling it to yourself, you will be believing about it more. You'll believe into this more. And the best part is that, again, those actions are also gonna improve, kinda. Exactly like I explained with software engineering job. Once you got this job, you understood that you were able to make those things. Why? Because you believe that you are able to do this. And even if it's hard, you will still be able to do this because you know that you are capable, that you are confident. And this is exactly what is happening whenever you're trying to sell some services. Whenever you build this confidence already and you start to sell it, maybe you already sold it, right? You already sold it and you've got your like first client and you need to provide value. You know that because you have this confidence that you are actually able to do this, that you're able to provide the results that you were talking about so much, this is how you will actually be able to provide this result, because you develop this confidence. And this confidence, again, allows you to actually fulfill in this result. And nobody will be discouraged about the values that you're providing because you do have this confidence. Sometimes there may be cases when you didn't really develop this confidence a lot. Maybe you somehow went through this process of actually like selling and you're not confident that you are able to sell it. But even if it's the case, you should just do it a bit longer. And by doing this longer, you will be able to get to this position whenever you're confident to actually transition it into like a real world, real results. And this is how you will be able to both get paid huge amount of money for the work that you're doing, and second, make it a reality, like providing the results that people were looking for, fulfilling the work that you're doing. So this is what I want you to do, to actually start believing in yourself. Start believing that you are able to achieve the results that you want. Personally, I'm helping software engineers and tech founders to grow their businesses, even if those businesses don't even exist yet. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn, link in the description, and I can give you a few tips on what you can start doing to actually grow your business, even if it doesn't exist yet. And second thing, after you believe in yourself that you can actually grow this business or whatever you're growing, consulting, whatever. I know consultants who are making like 50K, 100K from companies. They have like crazy contracts, and those money are like, they seem crazy to me for a software engineer who were like before a normal software engineer in 9 to 5. So this is what will happen if you believe in yourself, and if you're doing those actions like every day or at least consistently, and you're becoming better. So for example, I couldn't believe that I could record a video like this without any cuts, but then I did it yesterday, and now I'm doing this today right now. What is happening? Like, it's a bit crazy to me because I had this belief that was kind of wrong, but at the same time, I now did it. I'm not sure if this video is good or not, but I'm thinking that it's pretty nice. I don't need to waste my time on editing it. I don't need to waste my time on scripting it for like 1 hour. I can just create a thumbnail and then have a thought, have my main idea, and actually make this video. And this is what's happening. And now the next confidence boost is gonna be for me whenever I'll get some nice views from this video. And I already got some pretty nice views from my yesterday's video. It's 8 views, but 8 views is kind of normal for my previous videos as well. And I know that it will grow. And it also depends like on the confidence. I know that my channel will grow because I had this same pattern with my previous channels. I know that those channels can grow. They grew for me. I have one channel at 1.3k subscribers, another one at 800 subscribers. I have a few more at 100 plus subscribers, and this one is at like 20-ish. But I know that it will grow because I have this confidence, I believe in myself, and I'm also doing daily actions. And this is exactly what will happen with whatever you want in your life. So this is how it works, and you don't just wait for the confidence. You're doing the actions that will attract this confidence, and you're gonna work with this confidence together in this loop of confidence and actions. So build your business and check out this video if you didn't check out it yet on how to pick the best niche for your business, for your agency or consulting, whatever you want to build. And I'll see you either in this video or reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to communicate with you there.